It's June 13th, 2022. I watched the trailer. Roman date on it is Mcmlxxxv. Again, in the terms over here, it's 1985. This is year 2022, though. This is the Union Jack that they, whatever, and I don't know, for MFA and HBO, home box office at HOME for E3. Because I need an E and a 3 to actually, like, whatever. In this Care Bears movie, whatever, that they put out, I noticed it was Samuel, I think it's Goodwin. He's one of the, originally, I don't know when they transitioned from trademark to copyright. I don't know when that happened or why that happened in this area in North America, called the Americas. But it's noticeable. And some other symbology is really noticeable for home box office is what they call this. So this is how it starts. Now, that looks like Google, or the G. Again, I'm a G under, and then there's this one for carbon copy at G under, for Gunder to Cattaruzza. Now, on this thing, it said this is Goldwyn for MGM. It says trademark. I don't know, and it's ARS. I don't know when it went from trademark to copyright. I don't know what that even means. There is a whatever mark on that. I also noticed that they use this Jason and Kim figure in the movie. Not quite sure what that's about, although I got a problem on my end with Jason. But then Jason's also buried into the calendar by initials and, like, some kind of seed or Easter egg, whatever, even though it's a sphere. I don't know where the East begins and what breaks it up at this point. Now that building is what I call Victorian. It's like the last, like late 1800s, it's not colonial. It's Victorian. It has a turret, a cupola. These are words that they've used, architectural design around here. But for me, it's Victorian. I mean, it's beautiful, it's craftsman, it's elegant. There's so much charm in it. a lot of the houses in New York, and especially in Queens, no longer has any charm whatsoever. They keep knocking them down and trying to rebuild them, and they rebuild them worse than before. They're like eyesores everywhere.
Bless all the people, young and old, for they are yours to love and hold. And bless Mr. and Mrs. Cherrywood. Amen.
Good night, children. Sweet dreams.
Now again, lovely childhood, growing up in a respectable way, which I don't know how other people grew up, but when there was a family outing and we got together with my Cattaruzza side and we brought the one Gian the Gundar, which is married into Cattaruzza, like wherever they, at Mohonk or the camps that I went to or whatever, this is how the respectable acted in a nice, like, Abbey format. It was respect from the adults, and I was respectful to the adults, and then respectful to the other children, because I never knew who any of them were, and vice versa. I don't know if they knew who I was. No idea. So when this is the stage, and this is what you've been given for the smallest population on the planet, which is Rh negative ABO, what I'm unclear about is why you would take this opportunity and poison these still waters with what has happened to me within this life frame. There's a Jason and a Kim reference in FA things, I'm assuming. I'm not quite sure what the driving force or the economic engine behind those two things are that are now becoming an even bigger problem now that I'm calling out saying there was a man with the 3271999 who is an O blood type. That's the first broke law. The second broke law is the fact that he's a positive. I was a negative, born negative. And I'm a born some other ABO. So now we have a hole in the ozone. There's big things on the what on earth and how are you going to keep track of this? Well, in the bursa or the storm here, there's some major problems with what pushed in as opposed to how I was raised. Supposed to be raised, sheltered, and isolated for MFA, like respectable trade-offs or whatever. It was never supposed to go in this disgusting whatever.
Mrs. Cherrywood, isn't Mr. Cherrywood going to tuck us in?
Oh, he'll be along. Don't you worry.
I hope I'm not too late.
They've been asking for you.
Mr. Cherrywood!
Yay!
Look sharp, everyone. What?
At conservative and traditionalist, this matters. This has always mattered to me. The problem is that this, somewhere in my childhood, broke, and I haven't seen it since. And I have no idea why, unbeknownst to me.
The bouncing balls. All righty, here we go. A 1, a 2, a 3. And then. Thank you, and thank you. Now off to sleep to dream of clowns and circuses, acrobats and jugglers. And remember, I want a full report in the morning.
Story, Mr. Cherrywood? Story? Please, the one about the circus.
Please?
Yes!
Well, all right. Just one story. This is the story of two young children named Kim and Jason, and how they were helped.
Kim and Jason. Story hat.
By a group of very special friends, the Care Bears. You see, the Care Bears have a very special mission, and that mission is to help everyone share their feelings with others. The Care Bears live in a magic place called Camelot.
Camelot is a place we all can go whenever we choose it. Camelot is a feeling we all know. We never do lose it. We can find a secret place to rest and make a new start. If you don't know where it is, look inside your heart. Camelot is a playground you can find for sliding and swinging, carousels, playing music in your mind, for dancing and singing. Sometimes you feel so glad, sometimes you feel blue. Share your feelings, it's not bad. Feelings are just you. When you're lonely, don't you fret. You're not alone, you just tend to forget. Camelot is easily found. You've been there, and you have friends who care. Don't you let your sadness get you down. It always helps when you sing a song. Good cheer carries you along. Through darkness leads to sunlight. A new day comes, it's alright. Camelot is a place you'd like to be. Riding on a cloud, you'll care a lot. It's a rainbow fantasy for laughing out loud. Camelot is a place we all can care. It's a place we all can care. It's a place we all can share. It's a place we all can care. It's a place we all can care. It's a place we all can care.
So, Camelot, where they care about your feelings. That's interesting. I don't really get much of that around here. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza, it's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. And it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.